Good evening and welcome everyone who are joining us once again and Zoom and on Facebook Live. So, we are having our number 33 panel discussion under our campaign called 80 is the new 50, and we are discussing about Indian medicinal plants. I am Veena Dansingani, the founder, director, and alopecia hair loss specialist of Naveda Integral Wellness Center in Hong Kong, which is the first value based integral wellness center offering a transformative health experience to its clients in Hong Kong and globally as well. So, I'm just going to adjust something here. Mute, yeah. Okay. So, as we know, those of us who've been following Naveda, we have begun since the January 2021. We have taken the initiative to educate people on happy, healthy, active, and purposeful living by running our campaign called 80 is the new 50. And those of us who have been following, you can see that we have been doing this consistently without fail every Thursday, 9 p.m. Hong Kong time. Since the month of July, we have taken yet another initiative to educate people about Indian medicinal plants and how they can contribute to our health and well being. Naveda has invited experts and scholars to share their knowledge and insights on this subject as we are committed and dedicated to bring this ancient Indian wisdom to the global platform. And we at Naveda definitely keep a full range of therapeutic Indian herbs in the form of food supplements, which can address various different issues from head to toe. And today, definitely, we are going to be discussing a very interesting herb, which which will definitely be very useful to all of us who are trying to shed some weight. As a science of life and the world's oldest medical system, Ayurveda has a holistic approach to health and disease that focuses on preserving and promoting good health and preventing disease through healthy lifestyle practices. We also know that obesity and weight gain is yet another pandemic, I should say, besides coronavirus. Amongst India's incredible biodiversity, we have yet another Indian medicinal plant called Kokum, which is known for promoting weight loss and boosting metabolic rate. Like I said, as we know that obesity and being overweight is something that many people struggle with. So let's find out from our experts today how this herb is going to help us shed the extra weight, especially around our tummy. We also know that with obesity and weight gain, there are lots of other diseases that come accompanied, like cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, osteoarthritis, and many more. So we definitely want to take care of this before it gets too late. Today, once again, I would like to welcome our guests to this panel discussion. We are very thankful to Dr. Pragan Tripathi, who is the director of Narmed Ayurvedam Panchkarma Center from Ujjain and has very much become Naveda's in-house Ayurveda expert as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Tripathi. Thank you so much, Dr. Tripathi.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making me such an important part of Naveda. It's really proudful moment for me to get a chance again to talk about today's like very special herb, which is called as in Ayurveda, Brikshamla Garcinia.
Yes. Thank you so much for your consistency, for your support, for your dedication to this platform. We are really honored and very grateful to all that you have, graced upon us. So thank you so much. And then we have Dr. Sanjay Nagakar, who is the world's renowned microbiologist and scientist and biotechnologist, PhD from the University of Hong Kong. Dr. Sanjay will be joining us shortly in about 5 to 10 minutes. And then, of course, we have Mr. Lal Narinani, who is our very dear 80 is the new 50 campaign ambassador. He is also Naveda's director, and he is a wonderful role model who has also consistently dedicated his time and effort to be here since the last 8 months, listening and learning, which is highly commendable that he has still the patience and the eagerness to learn at his age with an open mind, and he actively adopts and applies what is being taught to him, what he's been listening to, and he encourages his family members and friends to do the same. So thank you, Mr. Lal, for being here, and also for your wonderful effort of keeping us happy with your lovely, lively songs at the end.
Thank you, Vina. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying.
So till we have Dr. Sanjay come in, Dr. Tripathi, please shed some light on this Ayurvedic herbal plant called Kokum. What is Kokum?
Starting from the middle of India up till the most southern part of India, it's called as the whole length is called as the Western Ghats, and these Western Ghats are the richest flora of India. Definitely, I could say that after Himalayan belt, the richest flora we find definitely in Western Ghat is there in Western Ghat, and among hundreds and thousands of plant species which are growing in Western Ghats, definitely Kokum is a miraculous herb which is growing out there. Kokum in Ayurveda is also called as Brikshamla. It is also named as Garcinia cambogia. And this Brikshamla or this Kokum is a wonder drug to help you to maintain a very good 50s in 80s, definitely. Apart from that, when a person is very obese, accidentally or by improper diet and lifestyle, if at all they get diabetes, by consuming lot of cold cold beverages and lots of fast food, sometimes if without doing any cardiac exercises they get hypertension. Moreover, if they get deficiency of various micronutritional supplements by mistake or by improper lifestyle, if at all they get various deficiencies in their body, then definitely Kokum is something which is going to give a lot of strength to your heart. It is one of the yummiest medicine you are going to consume if at all you are going with it. Very beautifully and very silently, it reduces your extra fat, the excessive adipose tissue which is deposited in your body. For that,
Sorry, just 1 second.
Garcinia is the
Whose speaker is giving an issue? Is everything okay? No. So, Dr. Tripathi, can I just do a sound check with you?
yeah, sure.
So,
So
can you just
I
go
think
on
it
and
is
say something? Yeah, can
quite
you?
very silent from my side.
Is something the sound system is
No, I don't think it is coming from my side because I'm sitting at a very quiet place of India.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay. So,
yeah.
Dr. Sanjay, is the sound system okay with you?
I think so. Check. There's nothing here.
Yeah, there's no echo, no?
No, I find my own myself here.
Okay. So, Mr. Lal, any echo going around your place?
Oh, silence.
Silence? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's start. Okay. Dr. Tripathi, continue. Sorry.
Sometimes they are giving Kokum or Garcinia or Vrikshamla along with some other strongly weight reducing herbs, and sometimes even Kokum can be used all alone to reduce your weight. Most of the medicines which are known to reduce your weight, definitely they leave a kind of weakness in your body, a kind of deficiencies in your body. But Kokum is something which doesn't leave any kind of weakness in your body, which doesn't leave any kind of deficiencies in your body. And along with giving support to all the micronutritional supplementations, along with balancing all the three body types, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, along with the stimulation of all the digestive juices secretions, it reduces the excessive deposited adipose tissue or excessively deposited fat in your body, in your tummy, in your thighs, in your around your neck. Like that it works. Yeah.
Hmm, wonderful. Dr. Sanjay, would you like to shed some light on Kokum?
Yeah, definitely. Like Kokum is one of my favorite and very simple because of its very miracle role in a fat metabolism. And fat is a big problem all around the world. People are concerned about it. People do so many types of exercise, so many kind of effort, dieting, starving, X number of the things, right? But the bottom line is if the metabolism is not proper, and metabolism is a one single word, but it's a whole system that whether your enzyme is releasing properly, the enzyme is like mixing with the food properly, digesting food properly, assimilation of the food properly. Okay, the targeted like uh, 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 digestion or targeted degradation of extra deposited fat. So that's the role of the Kokum. So Kokum basically target fat items and in such a system, like it really enhance metabolism.
Hmm.
And one of the things like sharing with you, Dr. Tripathi, also like in Hong Kong, if you see the eating habit of Hong Kong people, their staple food is rice or noodles. And during lunchtime, they really like they eat pretty sizable amount of rice. But yet, it's very hard to find heavyweight Hong Kong people. Most of them are very slim and trim. The reason we always say like genetically they have like a very good fast metabolism. So this is a thing like we have noticed very clearly that if there is a let's put in the metabolic disorder, okay, it doesn't matter whichever way it is. If the person has a metabolic disorder, whether it is a lifestyle problem, eating in the wrong time, lack of enzyme secretion, any cause you can put like that, okay, put into metabolic disorder, including the genetic kind of things. Uh, Over the time period, yes, the body start getting D-shaped, right? So the collection of the fat, like going too excessive either on thigh or on belly or on like hand. So yeah, the body become like a D-shaped, right? And then if you don't take care of it over the time period, the fat accumulation continue. And after certain time period, what happened, like when fat stay there for a very, very long time period, this fat become hardened, right? And then once it become hardened, it's almost like it's not a protein or muscle, but you can say like, okay, it's a hard fat, like it's the same like a muscle. It's not a muscle. And that's where it's get very difficult to lose a weight or dissolve the fat and all those kind of things. So first, what we need to understand, the people, those who gain a weight, is not a overnight kind of things. There's a very long years and years of process. They don't pay attention and they start getting weight. And then Hindi में we said it bedol sharir जिसको बोलते हैं. So like you will see like there are certain body types. So many Indians and other people also, this is very interesting. We develop a fat near our belly, right? So most of the people you get like a lot of fat on belly, but then you will get a lot of people like not only the belly, but they have the thigh, they have like shoulder, in between the shoulder, like very random, right? And then they have like this all round face and all those kind of stuff. So first I try to explain this, that understand the negative side of bad metabolism. Okay, it make you sick is a different thing, like you have a bloating problem, you have so many other problem, but beautification point of view, your aesthetic is a problem, right? So that's where now we respect Kokum, like the Kokum become very important, because doesn't matter how much exercise you do or whatever you do, sometime with certain people it doesn't work. But with my experience, what I have seen, Kokum is something like a miracle. Like if you really do little bit discipline, okay, if you have a little bit discipline, means you can't eat everything, but if you manage a little bit discipline, you make your food size is smaller, portion size is smaller and all that. And then with whatever the Kokum what we have, if you have a 2 capsule, right, in a day, I have seen people losing like a significant amount of the weight. So technically we are not explaining, but as Dr. Tripathi understand, it's like directly work on metabolic pathway, okay, and directly attack to the metabolic pathway. So there's like so many ingredient inside. So if anyone, I will use this word now, scientifically want to reduce the weight in a natural way, they should use Kokum and start understanding the benefit of Kokum. Am I correct, Dr. Tripathi?
Unmute.
Speaker.
Unmute.
Yeah, definitely, it's very true, Sanjay sir. See, apart from just a Medohara property, that is weight reduction property, Kokum is also very much known in Ayurveda for its Crimigna property. Crimigna is antibacterial or antiviral property. This is very important. Most of the times, what microbes are going to attack you are either bacteria or virus, most of the times. Like just say it's a rainy season going on in India nowadays. And in this rainy season, the very prominent infections are dengue, very prominent infections are viral infections, viral fever. So for such infectants, when we are talking about a herb which is having a crimigna property, which is having an antimicrobial or antibacterial or antiviral property, definitely they are known to clean the channels of the body. See, until and unless the channel for the fat is not clear, you can't remove the fat. In Ayurveda, they say that Mutravaha Srotas is the mula of Medo Dhatu, which means that if you really want to reduce your fat, definitely urinary tract is one of the way from which the fat can be reduced very easily and very quickly. For such reason, Vrikshamla is one or the other way having a property to induce little more than normal urination. They say that mutrasya kledvahanam, which means all the toxins which are there in your body can be removed very easily and very comfortably through urinary tract. And Brikshamla or Kokum is something. See, I'm going to take this discussion to another level. When I'm talking about a herb which is having a property to induce more urine, that too without disturbing the cardiac functions, because it is known to be a Hritya Dravya. Hritya Dravya. Hritya is something which is going to energize your heart, which is going to clean all the circulatory systems of the heart. When something is known to clean the fat from your body, definitely it is going to clean the deposited proteins or deposited low density lipoprotein also, deposited triglycerides also from your arteries, from your veins, and from all the circulatory systems of your body. So Kokum is such a wonder drug which is not only known to liquefy the deposited fat, but also known to clean the channels from where the liquefied fat will be evacuated safely without harming even 1% to your body, and even without going to leave any kind of micronutritional supplementation from the body, because it is one of the best micronutritional supplement also. So that is how Kokum proceeds. Sanjay sir.
Yeah. It's very interesting since you mentioned about like dissolving the lipid, low density lipid uh, in an artery. Maybe you can suggest something like a combination, like means not only the coconut, because the last time we talk about Arjuna, right? So Arjuna is obviously we talk about the wonder drug for the heart, and then cocoa also have this particular property. So if we talk about especially the artery related or cardiovascular related things, which is related to the fat, what kind of combination or formulation you suggest, Dr. Tripathi, for the heart cardiovascular system?
See, it is always advisable for a person to start the day with kokum juice, followed by, after like say after 2 hours of consuming kokum juice or kokum capsules, kokum extract capsules, after 2 hours definitely one can take Arjuna tea, which we have discussed earlier, like 1 cup of water, 1 cup of milk, and 1 capsule of Arjuna can be dissolved, that can be boiled in that, and it can be consumed. Or else, if we are preparing Arjuna tea, and if you want to start your day with a hot drink like Arjuna tea, definitely 1 to 2 capsules of kokum can be consumed with Arjuna tea. That is also the way which we can proceed. Yeah. Sorry.
So that's good. Like basically, like the message over here, obviously, like my main focus with Kokum is like I use the bigger term, the fat metabolism. With the fat metabolism, doesn't matter which part of the fat. And in fact, like that remind me, some of the patient I know, they have a fatty brain. I'm not talking about the fatty liver. The brain got fat so much, right? So they were stopped eating other stuff and all those kind of things. They were simply living on a lentil soup or something else. And that's where they were treated. Like, so I know a few particular cases where the brain fat, excessive fat, were treated with the Kokum combination or Kokum as like as a main part of the therapeutic ingredient. So yes, Kokum is like very powerful, and I relate myself with Kokum. I never say, but like people, those who know me, I recently lost 16 kg of weight, and I never share everything what I'm doing. But one of the things I will definitely do that, yes, Kokum has something to do with that too, because. What happened like again, this is for every audience, like weight reduction is a very tricky part because you need some kind of signal that you need to reduce the weight in a proportion way, right? It's not like you reduce too much weight from your hand and leg, and then the stomach has too high weight or something. It's like it has to have a certain kind of like a message from the brain, like, okay, how it should lose. So I think like Kokum has some kind of this inbuilt affinity with the brain system. I don't know what is that, but like people who use Kokum, like, okay, so people should not understand in this way that Kokum is a magic, like you eat any rubbish food, sit at home and Kokum and take a 2 capsule of Kokum and Kokum will do magic. They'll definitely not do the magic, right? Kokum will only work when you commit yourself to do other stuff, like all other weight loss kind of things, all other artery related kind of things, fatty liver kind of thing, anything like whatever the fat related kind of stuff. And then Kokum works. So as Dr. Tripathi said, yes, we talk about the heart because like, yes, everyone has a heart, and after certain time period, heart become the problem for every person. So yes, Arjun and Kokum is a combination. I think like Dr. Tripathi, you on a similar way, you can also touch a little bit on the fatty liver. This is a good time to touch about the fatty, because fatty liver is another big problem, because people have a lot of toxic accumulation. Many people are like, it's a non, and I want to stress on a non-alcoholic fatty liver, right? Because there are people with alcoholic fatty liver, but that non-alcoholic fatty liver. So if you would like to shed some light on non-alcoholic fatty liver and its relationship with Kokum, that would be very nice for our audience.
Yeah, definitely suggestion. Fatty liver is a window which is going to welcome n number of diseases to your body, like increased amount of cholesterol, triglycerides, LDL, diabetes, hypertension, various digestive disorders, which you talked earlier, like the metabolic disorders. Definitely, it is going to pull all this bunch of diseases. So to combat that, we can definitely start with Kokum capsules or Kokum juice or any kind of preparation of Kokum. Garcinia is definitely a very good answer and very accurate answer for the fatty liver kind of conditions, which are becoming very, very common nowadays. People are just going for a USG for like say any kind of stomach disorder, and they get their fatty liver in their report, and the doctor says it's very normal because nowadays everybody is getting fatty liver. But that is not the answer. If something abnormal is seen, definitely there it should be corrected. Yeah,
Yes.
that the liver should be
Yeah.
definitely should not be fatty at all, because when you are getting fat deposited over any vital organs of your body, which are especially the powerhouse of the body, that is liver, definitely each and every cell of the liver is having a very important role to play in maintaining the metabolic process of your body. It is having a very good function to get all the nutrients absorbed from the intestines. It is having a very important role to play to process all those important nutrients which are absorbed from the food, and to circulate those nutrients where and all they are required in different intervals of time. Yeah.
Yes.
So if we are getting a part of our liver covered by certain kind of fat, it is not at all going to be a very healthy practice for you. So Kokum is a wonderful solution and a very simple solution. And most of the times people don't need a doctor to get Kokum recommended. Yeah.
That's
Because if you are going to southern part of India, Kokum is a part of their diet
Right.
Kokum is a part of their parties, yeah,
Yeah.
their fun, their birthday parties. They are consuming Kokum juice when they are feeling little low. Instead of consuming any chemical drinks, they are very much okay with consumption of Kokum. I will say more than liquor in Goa, Kokum is even more favorite of people. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So this is very interesting because see what we can do here. One point we talk about like say weight management. Okay, so which go into the beauty. The second we talk about like the low high density lipoprotein. So that's a heart health kind of things. But since we are talking about the fat, the third very important thing we can add with that is a detox. That the Kokum significant role on detoxing the body because this is also a very big thing and people do not understand the meaning. So when we are talking about the urination, more urination, this is one of the part like the type detoxification. So if you can shed some light on Kokum and its role in detoxification, then the audience will be very happy to understand that.
See, if I put my hand inside a fatty thing, like inside oil, if I dip my fingers in the oil, then if I want to clean my hand completely, definitely if there is a citrus media, it is very easy for me to get all the oil cleaned from my fingers. The same way, kokum is such a healthy citrus fruit, which is just like cleaning the fingers, cleaning the oil from the fingers. It cleanses all your intestines, and wherever it is getting absorbed, its process of cleansing is just satat. It's like just going on for each and every moment. If it is going to liver, it cleans the fatty liver. If it is going to urinary tract, it cleans all the deposited toxins over the in the kidney, in the in the urinary bladder, in the ureter, all the genitourinary tract, it is going to clean. If it is going to the heart, it cleanses your heart, it energizes your heart. It is containing vitamin A, B3, vitamin C, all those important vitamins also it is carrying. So if there is something which is not only going to clean your body wherever it is going, but also going to energize each and every part of your body wherever it is going. If we are getting such a food, then definitely it is a wonder fruit and it can be used and it should be used and it must be used each and every day. Kokum should be a part of our lifestyle. You can take kokum pickles, you can take kokum juice, and very simply, you can just take kokum capsules, or you can just open it and just add it to any vegetable you are preparing where you need something citrus to be added. So instead of adding chemicals or various, citrus preparations which are available in the market, definitely a natural cleanser and natural energizer and very easily and cost effectively available wonder herb is Kokum Vedas. So we must use it. Sanjay sir.
Yeah, definitely. So that is why I want to say, Mr. Lal, you have a multiple choices. It's
Yes,
not only capsule. It's a kokum. You can like from Geeta's kitchen, you can have a wonderful recipe.
I have.
Like juice, pickle, anything. So you have a more choices than a capsule.
So
Yeah, but
I
I want to ask because I'm already taking few. I like ashwagandha, amla, triphala. I've been taking, so I can add this one also. No problem.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
yeah. This is food. Like me, that's what Dr. Tripathi mentioned. It's a food, right? In South India, is a part of their daily food, right? So when something you can as a food, obviously it has no problem.
So you told
Yeah,
me
very good.
this.
And as you have mentioned that in Hong Kong, people are very fond of eating rice. So I
Yeah.
should tell you that along with rice, they are adding kokum juice, or sometimes they are preparing some kind of citrus curry out of kokum, and they are mixing it. They are mixing it with rice, and they are consuming it regularly sometimes, or on the party days, weekends, they are just having fun with kokum. So definitely, Mr. Lal, it will be a very wonderful options for you, just for a change and just for a healthy diet.
Yes.
Many people actually add into rasam, they add into rasam, kokam,
So my mother, I remember as a child, she has been adding kokum into the Indian Sindhi curries. She's
Mm,
always putting that.
mm,
And I also remember when I'm in India, when it's very hot, they
mm,
always serve kokum juice. That's my only memory from how kokum has been used in my life. So I didn't know that kokum has so many wonderful benefits of actually fat reduction.
mm,
So besides fat reduction, am I hearing that it is a very cooling drink as well?
mm,
It cools the body.
mm,
Definitely, kokum is the post effect, or the after post digestion effect of kokum is definitely, it is going to leave a cooling effect in your body. Yes, as most of the citrus things doesn't leave a cooling effect in your body, but kokum is such a option which is not only very tasty, not only slightly citrus and very yummy. It is not only going to clean your body, it is not only going to energize your body, but it is also going to be like a complete food, I will say, most of the times, yeah. Because nowadays, when many food articles are losing their potency and their nutrient value, that's why the world is moving towards consuming various nutrients as capsules or as medicines. Then kokum is still such a herb which we have, which is absolutely potent if you are collecting it from a very good natural source and processing it as mentioned in Ayurveda, and consuming it according to your body type, along with various other, you know, uh, food drinks, and definitely before food, with food, after food. In all these three classifications also, Kokum is getting fitted completely, absolutely. And the most important thing is, if one person is consuming some herb, sometimes even if it is not going to give any good effect to you, it should not at all give or leave any side effect in your body. And Kokum is something where this thing is also being achieved completely. Yeah.
See, you mentioned very important point, and that's one of the highlight here in Hong Kong. That with due respect to all the supplements available in the market, uh, supplement industry is a very technical industry. Okay, it should not be run by the way it is running right now. Why? Because if people don't understand the quality and all those kind of things, the efficacy goes down a lot. So it just like, say for example, kokum, it is not prepared properly. The capsule is not prepared properly. The extraction is not prepared properly. So psychologically, you are taking kokum, but your body is not really getting the benefit of the nutrient of the kokum, right? So the quality of processing, quality of the raw material, quality of, like, because it's a fruit, right? Is grow. So you have to grow it in a proper way. So everything, the whole supply chain is very, very important. And that is why what happened, there are very few companies, and this is the request to all the people who consume supplements, that not all the supplements like you think you buy from the market um, can be trusted by professionals. because they may be supplement, they can be, they must be extract, but there is a question of efficacy. Why the question of efficacy? Because they don't have any lab supporting backing data that whether this particular extraction is therapeutically working or not working, what is the efficacy and all that. So it's a simple, just they have the grinding unit, they have the powder unit, they have extraction unit, they have the capsulation unit, and they have the packaging unit, and you have the product in front of you. So we actually, this is the part, Dr. Tripathi, like we would like to avoid and make everyone very much aware that don't look into the name of the supplement. Go deeper. Try to understand the quality of the supplement, processing of that particular supplement. If we are taking Kokum supplement, which Mr. Lal is holding, is that supplement is really going to give you the benefit of the Kokum or not, right? This is the thing. So how do you know that? And that's why, like, I think like a lot of public awareness and knowledge is important. Um, so thanks for raising this particular point. I think like from my point of view, this is like extremely important point, and I emphasize this point again and again in my talk or wherever I get opportunity. And today you gave me opportunity again to say this particular point, that don't look only the name of the supplement. All the supplements are not same. So suppose you have a Kokum with us and you have a 10 Kokum is market, it's not necessary that all the Kokum are the same kind of benefit it can give. It's a lot of science hiding behind it, right?
I mean, I get a lot of people who say, well, if I say okay, have triphala, and they say, well, I already can buy triphala from anywhere, right? So what actually, Dr. Sanjay, what makes a triphala therapeutic versus what's in the market?
See, basically what is happening like in the recent days, there is certain awareness among the people, right? And I want to give a very simple example. People started talking about the fertilizer, pesticides, hormones in the food, right? We say, oh, this like a Loki, like zucchini Loki, you put the hormone, growth hormone, and then it becomes so big overnight, and then you sell it. So people are talking. Okay, so first thing what you have to understand, people are talking, but the consumer is not paying any attention. You see, there's no awareness of the from the consumer side. You are buying any kind of fruits and vegetable what is available in the market without having your own research whether this is coming from the growth hormone injection or heavy fertilizer, lots of insecticides and all those kind of things. So suddenly like there is a shift going on. Good news is people are talking, people thinking about it, and there is a like a huge number of consumer, those who started buying consciously. Okay, that's the first shift. The way the trend is changing for the fruits and vegetables market or the meat market, same thing slowly coming into the supplement market. Supplement market is very new. So it's still like people go and look like, okay, they do the price. Many people like compare the price, right? They say, oh, this is a very cheap price. And then your is very expensive. And this is like trifla, your is also trifla. So, or kokum. So the answer is every tomato is not the same tomato, right? It depends on it, which soil the tomato is grown up, what kind of like pesticides, herbicide, fertilizer, quality control being used, what kind of water used. There's a one more very important thing when we talk about the farming. Doesn't matter how clean your farm is, if your place is fall under the acid rain. Okay, the people should like, I really want our audience to Google about the acid rain. There's a lot of acid rain in the world, like we don't see the acid rain, but there's a drop like the hydrochloric acid. It make your soil is very acidic. Your even like doesn't matter how organic your stuff, it make very acidic. So your so important food is become useless food, right? So climatic condition, locations, water, Groundwater contamination, pollutions, heavy metals, these are all very, very important part. So when we come to the supplementation part, the question is same, that people should ask like, okay, what was the water quality? What are the heavy metal quality? What is the microbiology? The consumer never asks this question. They should ask this question because that decide the quality of your product, right? So this is the one thing we try to educate people like, hey, if I'm giving you the capsule, we have tested Dr. Tripathi, like when we do in a pharmaceutical, we have a COA, certificate of analysis for every batch. If we don't have a certificate of analysis, means if we don't know the microbiology about the product, if we don't know like the heavy metal about the product, if we don't know like means other things about the product, then how you can bring this product into the market, right? There's no guarantee about it. So that's where I think like now the knowledge has to come and the consumer need to talk in same way. Like if they are buying or purchasing, say for example, Kokum, they say, oh, I already have a Kokum. So then the question should be, hey, do you know the heavy metal content of your Kokum? How much heavy metal content of your Kokum? How much arsenic is there? How much lead is there? Or have you tested for the microbiology of that? How do you know the salmonella count or like other bacterial count or other stuff, like for example, have your product tested for mycotoxins or fungal toxins or hepatotoxins, like that? People have no answer, no knowledge about this. So we are sitting in a very big shift in the world where purchasing behavior need to change. People need to understand that when we buy a certain product, they need to ask so many questions. It is not as simple as this. Once they start asking this question, industry has a pressure that industry cannot run away. They have a pressure to deliver the product to satisfy the customer need. So that's what it is.
Hmm. Right. Dr. Tripathi, what's your take on this subject?
It's very important what Sanjay sir is telling. There is a story of a farmer from Madhya Pradesh, the central state of India. He brought some seeds of grapes from Nasik, where the grapes are grown of very good potency, and he tried to cultivate the same variety and same quality of grapes in Madhya Pradesh with completely different soil, and he failed. Then he went for soil examination, what all chemicals are there in the soil of a place called Nasik, where grapes are grown with maximum potency, how it is different, how the atmosphere is different. And he studied the whole subject for more than 10 years. And after 15 years of continuous, trial and error, he reached a level where he got exactly the same chemicals which were there in the soil of Nasik, the same kind of seed, and the same quality and chemical composition and properties of the grapes, same color of grapes he got, what exactly they were growing in Nasik. The same way, there is a place called Nagaur, from where the ashwagandha grown there is of highest potency and quality, which is mentioned in Ayurveda literatures also. So, same way is for Kokum. If Kokum is grown in Western Ghats, which is the natural habitat of that particular fruit, definitely if a company like Navedas is putting a lot of efforts to buy a lot of good amount of Kokum from there, a good quality of Kokum from there, and processing it accordingly as in accordance with Ayurveda principles, and preparing a capsule out of it, definitely it is of highest potency, and priority should be given to purchase a medicine of that standard. Very recently, a company came to me with more than 350 products, and they have asked me to try them, and I tried, and my patients just returned those medicines, and they were very, very big companies. So I just complained that your products are not working. So the MD of that company called me, and he asked me the reason, because he was telling me we are preparing with as according to Ayurveda principles and such a good quality, and the quantity and everything, all the hygiene, GMP, everything we are maintaining. and what could be the possible reason your patients are returning our medicines. So I just told them, you might not be using the best quality of herbs. So then they focused for the very first time on the collection of herbs, on the place from where the herbs are collected. So what Sanjay sir is telling is absolutely true. Ayurveda says wherever you are living, the herbs which are grown around you or which are having a kind of nature and atmosphere, just like your upbringing, definitely they are most effective for you. So, like that, if we are collecting a very good quality of herbs from their original habitat, or we are growing them very scientifically by doing all R&D, research and development, definitely we can reach to a level where if you are giving just one trifla tablet or one trifla capsule for a patient, the patient will definitely feel the difference in almost all the metabolic activities of the body. Same is with Kokum. Yeah.
I want to share something very interesting with you, Dr. Tripathi. You know what? These days, as you see, like the online business is there and so many products are available online and everything is there. And say, take our case, we are sitting in Hong Kong. So people come to us and they check the product. They say, wow, this is a nice product. And then they go online and they say, wow, this is so cheap in India. And then they buy from there. What people don't understand, and that's what I try to explain everyone, it is my own, like after you understand the food safety, you work on that. I have developed a 2-tier food safety program. It's called ISVQA, okay, or FSVQA, Ingredient Safety Verification and Quality Assurance, or Food Safety Verification and Quality Assurance. So one is the verification. Verification means when the product is coming from the manufacturer. So we verify, okay, what manufacturer is saying, it is as per the manufacturer what is claiming. But then in the Hong Kong University, I'm taking one by one every product to run in our own quality control way, which is the quality control assurance, which is our added effort on every product. So that is why many people miss out those kind of things. So what people need to understand, the legal requirement of every country is different. Okay, so like the FASI is the legal requirement in India. But in Hong Kong, we have a different legal requirement. Europe, we have a different legal requirement. I don't want to take a name, but a very big brand from India, when they reach to Singapore or Hong Kong or Europe, their whole consignment seize and dump into the water because they do not match the quality. For example, like it's a big case of the Chyawanprash. I will not take the name of the brand, but the whole shipment of the Chyawanprash was like really damp because of lack of quality. But that Chyawanprash is the best quality in India. So question is like, when you say best quality, you need to provide a justification, you need to provide the documentation, you need to provide the lab report, and also the lab report from the qualified technician with the calibrated instrument and the instrument which is like the globally used, right? So you remember like a long time back, like these days we have an electronic balance. And then when we were in the school, we had a manual balance. Okay, so manual balance has a lot of like chance of error, whereas the electronic balance do not have a chance of error. So same like if someone is using the old instrument, there's a chance of error is very high, right? So the international market is using a very high latest instrument. So this is one of the precautions we are taking, that yes, one by one, we are checking and we are creating a database. So you can also rely on us, Dr. Tripathi, like whatever we say, we test it. You can take a guarantee that this is the only one available in India, which is like double tested kind of thing. So this is the word we can use, the double testing. One is by the manufacturer, one is by us. And this is very important, and that is our USP. So this is the another message I want to give the people, like, hey, please don't do that, like look at here and then go to India and buy from like the online kind of thing. These products are entirely different, though the name are same.
It's very true, because as you have given the example of tomatoes, it's very clear. It should be very clear. The message should be very loud and clear to for the people. Like many people are coming to my clinic also, and they are. If I am giving any panchakarma procedure to them, just like for example Shirodhara, if I am giving to them, they are asking, you have taken 1 liter of oil and you have taken half an hour of mine, and one therapist is doing this for me, then why you are charging 1,000 rupees for it?
Exactly.
So I just say, I'll tell you the name of the oil. That is not the problem with me. I'll teach you the technique also. That is not a problem with me. But what I know, and with what accuracy I'm a learned person is going to take care of a particular procedure is
Yes.
a very unique thing which must be charged, because that is how it has it has been earned. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
said it. So see, this is the thing. So I'm taking the pain and my knowledge and saying, okay, Dr. Mr. Lal, the Kokum, what you have in your hand, go ahead and take it,
Yes,
because it has a efficacy.
I'm convinced,
But
I'm gonna take care of my tummy.
yes, exactly. So there is a kind of, as you say, there's a knowledge involved behind it,
Yeah.
right? There's a technology in, like that's how we assess it, right? But the people who don't know how they can, means I even say, even the manufacturer like cannot say what is their quality. What we can say, okay, manufacturer is using the raw material, for them everything is the best.
Right.
But the question is like, it is scientifically best or not? There's a two difference. Quality based from the marketing point of view, you have done all the hygiene precautions, you have do the GMP, you kept the record, you did all the processing, you did a nice packaging, everything fine. So quality wise, it is a good for you. But then the main thing comes when it comes to your body is a scientific quality, which has come down to the efficacy and the purity and the safety.
So I'm gonna try this from Naveda and give you 1 month to see that how much tummy I'm putting in.
You need to walk a little bit, or you need to do some
You
exercise.
walk
You need to
also.
cut down your, you need to cut down on your sweet a little bit. Yeah, you need to, Mr. Lal is very fond of sweet, so he need to cut down. So some promise you have to make to other people.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
have, I have to. Let me try here first.
Kokum on its own is not the miracle. It's with a combination of other activities that you need to incorporate.
Yeah, but my friends know that I walk a little bit. I go to gym. I do. I'm taking care of food, but sweet, yes, I like to little bit. I've reduced.
Yeah, yeah,
So
little.
I'm having little bit. Yeah. So
We
I
can give you, we can give you one work, Mr. Lal.
yes, tell
You
me.
know, long time back, this is just a casual thing for Dr. Tripathi and the audience to know.
Yeah.
Like there is a Rastafari culture. Okay, Rastafari culture is a Jamaican and the people, those who believe in the nature, right? And then they try to live like a natural way. They don't destroy the anything, and they just live a nature way. It's called the Rastafari culture.
Right.
And those who are like interested in music, they understand, like one of the very famous singer, Bob Marley. Okay, Bob Marley is like a representation of the Rastafari culture, and then like there's a follow-up kind of things.
Mm.
So a lot of my friend, because I'm from the ecology, a lot of my friend follow the Rastafari culture. And in Rastafari culture, it's like most like the Caribbean, Jamaicans are very much into that, like do that.
Mm.
And they have created a song on cucumber, they have a song for spirulina, they have a song for everything. So they love to create a song. Okay, so maybe like if the Kokum give you the benefit, you may like to write a small song on Kokum. You
I
know,
will.
that's how it is. Because I'm going to share with you the song of cucumber. I'm going to share the song of spirulina, all those kind of things. So you have like something to
Some
write on Kokum,
Yes,
or any other things you're fan, ashwagandha, a song or ashwagandha like that.
I will start working on
Yeah,
that.
it's on the lighter note. Yeah.
I will
very,
do.
very good. So, Dr. Tripathi, any sort of recipes on Kokum? Oh, besides recipes, you can maybe even share not only what we can consume, but maybe for beauty as well. Is Kokum known as a beauty product? Is it put in beauty products?
Definitely. Yeah, you can just take some coconut fruits, squeeze them, take out the juice of them and drink it. And the peel out, peel over left, the coconut leftovers should be crushed very nicely, and they can be applied externally as a paste, as a coconut cream also. I'll tell you, because it is having very good antibacterial and antiviral properties. It is very good for all kind of fungal infections also. It is very well known for cleansing all the, discolorations of your skin, all the pimple marks, burn marks. It enhances the texture of your skin. It enhances the, you know, uh, the quality of your skin, and it will definitely going to give you a lot of very good quality of glow to your skin. So it can be applied that way. Apart from that, if you are getting a very good quality of Garcinia extract capsule, you can just open it, mix, you can just mix it with uh, any drinkable milk available in around you, or you can just mix it with a little bit of honey, or with gulab jal, that is the rose water, and in that way also it can be applied. Or if you are knowing some very beautiful flowers, uh, like uh, like lotus or something, if you are going to get, definitely you can crush those flowers and mix a little bit of kokum uh, peel remnant or kokum extract capsule to it, and you can apply it even for post delivery body care condition, where you want the tonicity of your abdominal muscles back, and you want all the discolorations from your tummy, all the lines and marks to just get disappear, then there is a very beautiful recipe for you. You can just take olive oil, and like olive oil, say 1 teaspoon, and open a kokum extract capsule and mix it. And along with that, you can just add 1 capsule of vitamin E into it, and you just apply it over your tummy. It will be a very good recipe to reduce or to get all the abdominal marks disappeared, and also to get the tonicity of your abdominal muscles back as it was in your college times.
Interesting. So I hope all the ladies are taking some notes.
True.
Wonderful. So anything else, Dr. Sanjay, that you would like to share about Kokum? In unmute yourself.
Sorry, we cover most of the area. And then for me is the key word. I always use Kokum as a fat metabolism to explain everything, because when we talk about the metabolism, it covers many things, like almost all kind of function inside the body. And the second very important things, which Dr. Tripathi has mentioned, that Kokum has this benefit exactly like amla. Okay, it's not necessary that you take in a capsule format. You can have a fruit, you can have in the food, you can have a pickle, like so many ways. You can have a juice. So yes, like this is the another Ayurvedic herbal solution, which you don't have to depend on capsule only. It can be your daily food as well. Okay, and then yeah, the keyword for me is like a fat metabolism. Yes.
So it's, yeah, Dr. Tripathi.
Kokum is also known to be a very good pancreatoprotective fruit. So if you are somehow getting obesity and excessive adipose tissue or excessive fat is getting deposited over your body, and if at all you have a history of hereditary history of diabetes running in your family, then definitely for the protection of your pancreas, for the protection of all the beta cells, iris of Langerhans, all these stuff which is present over the tail of pancreas, which is responsible for the production of insulin. Definitely, Kokum is a wonder fruit going to take care of all that tail part of pancreas. Apart from that, the most important things for the human race is to have a very good amount and quality of calcium, iron, folic acids in your body. So if I want to choose one fruit which is a very good supplement of all these three, iron, calcium, folic acid, Kokum is the answer. Yes.
That's very good. Like you mentioned that, like yes, folic acid, iron. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is kokum actually a mangosteen? Is it mangosteen or a family of mangosteen?
Uh, Sorry, I didn't get you, Vinaji.
Is it a mangosteen fruit? You know the mangosteen?
Okay.
Mangosteen.
Yeah. Is it part of that family?
No, I don't think so.
No, 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 no,
Maybe
no.
yeah, maybe I'm not getting it, but it is a family of fruits which are like Brikshamla, that is Garcinia, Kokum, all these fruits, the citrus fruits which are grown naturally in Western Ghats, or if we create a greenhouse kind of, cultivation atmosphere, definitely it can be grown in any part of the world. So, Garcinia, if you are taking, it is going to clean your body. It is going to decrease the, degeneration uh, of those cells which are going to take care of the metabolism, and it is going to enhance the secretion and activity of the cells which are going to take care of your metabolism. And it is hridya, is very good for your heart. It is going to take care of all the bacterial flora in your large intestine. That is how it is going to take care of all the metabolism in your body. So Kokum should definitely be a part of our diet or medicine or drink or pickle, food article, medicine, or you can just add a capsule of Kokum extract with a cup of hot water, lukewarm water, and you just drink it like a Kokum tea. Yeah, it
Yeah,
can be done.
And
that's
it
like
can be taken at all the seasons. Every
yes,
season is possible.
yes.
Absolutely.
I suggest yes.
Can be taken because it is not kind of food which is going to increase the kapha or going to
Mm,
stimulate any kind of infection.
mm,
See,
mm,
in few seasons we don't recommend to consume curds, yeah, because it is sometimes it is going to increase the activity of such viruses or sometimes viral infections. It stimulate the activity of kapha or the cough and cold or the heaviness of your head or the stickiness in your body, or sometimes the very minute channels are going to get harmed if you are taking curds along with the wrong stuff. Like if you're taking curd with salt, it is not at all recommended in Ayurveda. But Kokum is something which is having antiviral, antibacterial, cremigna property, and I don't find any point in the list of whole of Kokum where it is contraindicated anyway. Yeah, can be taken throughout the year by everyone. Yes.
Now, Mr. Lal must be thinking like after listening so many Ayurvedic panel discussion, we should have somewhere the Ayurveda buffet,
Yes.
right? So we can take this, that, whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
for me,
so
like a buffet already. See, I've been taking amla, I've been taking ashwagandha, pala, brahmi, and now I'm going to start this kokum.
Arjuna, you started Arjuna.
Yeah, Arjuna. Yeah, but now turn by turn, I'm gonna just take two or three, then alternative or something like that.
Yeah, we will start like a first Ayurvedic buffet lunch in Hong Kong, because everything has, so people can have a choice, mix and match,
Yes.
something like that. It is interesting. Answering your question, Veena, mangosteen is actually very simple. When you have to property wise, maybe many fruits and vegetables or plant are similar, but how we classified based on their family. So Garcinia is a citrus category, basically. So anything which is citrus, like say cruciferous. Cruciferous means like all the cauliflower, broccoli, the cabbage. They are like that family. We're talking legume, like all the beans are the legume. So like these are the citrus. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Somebody's just asking, is Kokum available in Europe, or does your Kokum can be sent to Europe? Yes, of course.
Anywhere in the world, in any corner of the world, even in Antarctica and North Pole. Yes.
Yes. So, any other questions? Let me see if any audience has any questions.
See, apart from all the possible activities of or the properties of Kokum, one very important property which the world is, needed, which for the world it is needed like anything, which people are like just crazy about it. It's like antioxidant, which we are missing. So Kokum is like one of the best antioxidant property herb. So if you are just suffering from any kind of, you know, free radicals getting deposited in your small joints and started giving pain and stiffness to your joints. Definitely, in sometimes they say that citrus fruits are contraindicated when joint pains are occurring, but straightforward Kokum is indicated as an antioxidant herb, which is very useful for destroying all the free radicals getting deposited in your joints and giving trouble to them. Yeah.
Good. So Mr. Lal need to say something now.
Yes. Yes. Now I've got so much knowledge for Ayurvedic, and I feel so good while taking it. So I'm continue to take that. And I really appreciate. For last 8 months, I've been here listening to all this Ayurvedic things and all this, and I've got so much knowledge, and also I've, taken care of my body and physics. So still, I'm gonna take care of that. So I'm gonna follow it all the way.
This
Thank
is
you.
very interesting, Dr. Tripathi. Like what is the beauty here? Like in 2021, despite of all this bad things going on or challenges going on, we are here on every Thursday without fail. Okay, so that's the quite remarkable, and the benefit is that like almost like we complete the whole academic year, you can say. Okay, whole academic year of herbs and aging and all those kind of things. So maybe some like we are going to change it and we are going to put like more interesting stuff into it. So yeah, we will keep making this more interesting. And I really personally want to thank you that obviously you are helping a lot, but commitment wise, So many weeks you are taking your time out on every Thursday.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, because it's all about our audience. Our main mission here to empower our audience. They should understand much better. We clarify them, because people don't know many things, right? And then our job is basically simplify the stuff for them, making things clear for them, and remove their doubts. Okay. So I think, like, in my personal opinion, we are pretty much achieved that goal. What do you think, Veena, on that?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been 10 weeks. And I think, of course, knowing that Ayurveda has thousands and thousands of herbs, but I don't think that it's necessary to uh, educate people on so many herbs. I think these are the main herbs that we have discussed about and which is commonly being used. Is that right, Dr. Tripathi? So far, all the herbs that we have discussed, these are the most
Yeah,
common.
definitely. Definitely, there are more than 120 herbs which are very commonly being used all around the world. And apart from that, we have focused on almost all very common and very famous, herbs, all the celebrity herbs we have talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So these are the most common, and it's been very interesting to learn that, of course, all these herbs, they can benefit at all different levels, but they have their speciality. Like Kokum is known for fat burning, ashwagandha is known for it's a brain adaptogen, Brahmi is known for memory. So every herb has its speciality and also its generic use. So it's very nice to know that even though if someone takes all these herbs as food, uh, they are not going to, it's not going to be harmful for them. But specifically, if they want to use it for specific reasons, they can even use it for specific reasons, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Dr. Pati, since you are sitting in Ujjain, we can put like a two requests to you. One is, obviously, like, I would like to give a big thank to Professor S.K. Rao, who is currently the Vice Chancellor of Agriculture University, Gwalior. He's the guy who put my more interest in Indian medicinal plant, and he was in Jabalpur before. Now he's in Gwalior. He retired, but like the government of MP didn't want him to get retired, so a vice chancellor there. Second is Professor Akhilesh Pandey, vice chancellor of your Vikram University in Ujjain. Okay, so you please go and meet him and talk about myself, because we need to bring now some these important people, because what happened, like, it's a credibility kind of things, like these people, like, it's a very good, like, okay, I left India 30 years back, so I'm talking about my international experience. Ms. Veena, Mr. Lal is talking about, like, as a running the organization, their experience. You are talking as a practitioner in India, like Ayurvedic practitioner, your experience. But let's bring some people, those who are a research scientist in the Indian kind of scenario, so they can enlighten us with more what is happening in the ground or in the lab today. Because they have this background, a long background of research. So as the Ayurveda Day is coming, like, as you know, like every year I celebrate like Ayurveda Day, and we want to create something like a more interesting, where it's not like only the product consumption or product quality, product variety, but it's also the practitioners, the researcher, the history, a lot of things, and especially the cultivation part. And one of the very important thing which we want to discuss over here, and I want to highlight in further discussion, that because we are selling herbs supplements, so we talk about the extract a lot, right? But what audience have learned, and even Mr. Lal, Veena, and all of the people, they have learned that there are so many ways you can consume this medicinal plant or Ayurvedic herbs. Say to Kokum today, like variety. So like, okay, Veena, like you have some responsibility. Talk to your mother, come up with some beautiful recipe, and more variety you can come up. Like that's, I think like that's where we win, because like we are offering people like a more solution and more variety. So this is the direction we want to move forward. Why? Because one of the key question here, like so many beautiful herbs, so can we have some kind of recipe where we can combine some herbs together, right? So whether it can be juice, can be kara, or can be anything, in the food. Like Vina's mom make nice dhoklas, so we can have like a Kokum dhoklas, like, or we can say the Kokum Arjun dhoklas kind of thing. So, functional food. So we have to be very much open on that particular concept. As you mentioned, the chocolate other day.
Or Sindhi
Yeah,
curry, उसको
yeah,
कुम
Indica.
बोलते हैं.
Yeah. Dr. Tapati already mentioned about the chocolate. He showed his chocolate other day, right? So that's the way the future is moving.
Yeah, we're gonna get some chocolates from you.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
chocolate.
we can make a lot of functional foods from all these beautiful herbs that I've learned about.
Very true.
So rather than, if people do not want to have it in capsules or what, put it in their food and make it functional for them.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And
So,
Mr. Lal, like you want to end with like a song, so you are most welcome. We can listen some of your uh, uh, weekly.
Yes, this is for Dr. Trapati. You have been with us for
For
so long.
Kokam.
Appreciate, and this song is especially for you. तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे चश्मे बद्दू तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे चश्मे बद्दू यूं न अकेले फिरा करो सबकी नजर से डरा करो यूं न अकेले फिरा करो सबकी नजर से डरा करो फूल से ज्यादा नाजुक हो तुम चाल संभल कर चला करो जुल्फों को गिरा लो गालों पर मौसम की नजर ना लगे चश्मे बद्दू तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे चश्मे बद्दू Thank you, Dr. Tripathi Saab. Thank you, Dr. Sanjay. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Veena.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so much.
happy गणेश चतुर्थी की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं बधाई
आपको
सबको ही.
सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं.
everybody, yes, namaste, and we will see you soon again. And let's see how we transform this. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Good night.
Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye.